164 College Basketball Podcast. Luke will be joining us late. We'll get into it here, and since all three of our teams played three cupcake teams, we'll start with the highest ranked, and that is Michigan. They struggled in a win over Western. They win 70-62. You know, it's a tough game, big rivalry. What was your reaction to Michigan's win? Mike?
Well, it's not a rivalry, first of all. They're not close enough together.
Big rivalry.
No, you're rivals with Eastern Michigan, but you're not rivals with Western Michigan. You're not even close to Kalamazoo, so... But...
We're actually rivals with Northern Michigan.
No, we're rivals. We're rivals with Northern Michigan.
Big rival.
We're rivals with Ferris State and Oakland. Anyways, Michigan, awful. I've dropped them out of the top 5 in my Big Ten power rankings just for this performance.
Okay,
embarrassing.
All right,
they turned the Western.
No, that's not true.
Western turned the ball over about 10 more times than they did, and still almost won the game. It's embarrassing.
You're kidding, right?
No.
Okay, you did not drop them out of the top 5. There's no way.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay, Alex. They suck. But Western Michigan sucks even more. They were.
Hey, yeah, they lost to a green and white Spartans team.
Oh my God.
SC Upstate.
What?
They lost to SC Upstate.
It's a quality program. That's a good team. SC Upstate's a good team.
Yeah, that's why they're 2-6.
I hope they don't turn into one of the teams that plays up or down to their competition. Charles Matthews had a good game all around. I think he was the only one that really showed up fully, I guess. But wasn't impressed, but a win's a win.
Well, Alex, I hate to sink your boat, but they've proven all through this year that they play up and down to their competition. Did it against Holy Cross, did it against Northwestern, and they played up to the good teams.
I know, it's only 11 games in the year. There's still time to change.
No,
yep.
No.
They do play up and down, but, you know...
Oh, you know what? It's the first 11 games. Let's just throw out the Louisville game, then. Let's just throw out the Kansas game, because it was early in the season. We're going to throw out those 2 losses.
They play up and down, but it's not that bad. I mean, when you get to the tournament, you're only playing good teams at that point. Anyway, this was a little bit troubling, but the thing is, you know, they've been a little rusty. They're all taking finals right now.
No excuses. Absolutely no excuses.
Western Michigan. They're stressed out about finals, so, you know.
Well, guess what? We had to play Florida the day after finals. I don't want to be talking about... no excuses.
No, I don't. Actually, you know, they care about finals at Michigan, so...
Yeah, that's right.
Actually, there is a reason for this. The PJ Fleck effect has come into play. It's transitioned from the Western Michigan football program down to the basketball program a couple years later.
Yeah, that's why they're 5-5. Great program.
They're actually 6-5, but
no, they're 5-5.
Yeah, they're a good team. You got to, as Sean Beeline after the game, you got to give a lot of credit to Western Michigan. They played pretty well. So, you know, a little troubling, but a win's a win. Who cares? On to Air Force.
Oh God! What a schedule, John Beeline. What a schedule from John Beeline.
Hey, we got a tough Binghamton team after that. Yes, very tough team. Good call, Alex. Hey, out of the American East, so yeah, I don't know. Very good team.
Well, if they're really good, why didn't you?
Maine beats Binghamton, and Maine is better than Michigan.
How come you didn't schedule Binghamton on the road if you thought they were such a good team? How come you had to play them at home? Why? Because Beeline's a pussy. That's why. Doesn't schedule tough enough. He always has. He's never played good teams. What?
He played Tennessee Tech and Green Bay at home. What are you talking
about?
Tech.
Well, Izzo had the balls to schedule Florida on the road. Beeline, if he scheduled Florida, he would have made it at home. There's no way he would go on the road.
No, he didn't schedule that, but he did have to play Villanova on the road.
Well, yeah, he didn't schedule it. The Big Ten set it up.
Well, doesn't matter. Okay, are we all set here? Yes. All right, Michigan State takes care of business against Green Bay. Any reactions to this?
Let me just point out that Green Bay has more wins than Western Michigan, and we beat them by 20, and we should have beat them by 40, but garbage time. We were up by 30. We ended the first half on a 43-13 run after being down by 5 points midway through the first half. Just dominant performance from Nick Ward, 28 points, career high, 11 for 12 from the field. Great game. Cassius Winston was great. Langford was great. This team is great. We're winning the national championship. We're winning the Big Ten regular season and tournament. And we're going to sweep through the tournament, and nobody's going to even come close to beating us.
Well, if you watch the game, Green Bay is horrible. Green Bay sucks.
Green Bay's an NFL team.
They are so bad.
Oh, if you watched the Western Michigan game, you would see they're a terrible team.
Nick Ward had 28 points because they didn't have a guy who could guard him because no one's that big and fat at Green Bay.
Nick Ward's 6'8". He's 6'8". You can't have somebody that's 6'8". You're not a D1 program.
Yeah, 400 pounds.
It doesn't matter. No excuses.
When he's getting hook shots 2 feet away from the rim, I would hope he could score.
Oh, come on.
God.
Let's just
shot below 50%. Matt McQuaid actually looked kind of good. Kenny Goins had nothing.
Kenny Goins is a great defender and a great rebounder and a great passer.
He fits his role.
He reminds me of Draymond Green. He is Draymond Green.
Got game 2. I don't know why you're not talking about that.
Talking about who?
Hoiberg.
Oh, well, yeah. He's a great player. There's nothing to say there. He's our best player.
No, but Green Bay sucks, and there's not much to take away from it.
They only lost to Oregon by 11, and they lost to Iowa by 11. So
they're a 6-6 Horizon team.
Okay, Western Michigan's a 5-5 MAC team.
The MAC is better than the Horizon.
Well, no, then that just makes Western Michigan worse for being 5-5. If they're in the MAC and the MAC's better than the whatever conference they're in. Am I right?
My God.
No, it's the facts. It's facts. Western Michigan lost to Western Michigan lost to 2-6 SC Upstate.
That's enough. That's enough. We're moving on. Nobody cares about Michigan State. We're moving on. And Green Bay. Lost to Bowling Green by 29.
And let me just point out that we sold out this game, and Michigan can't sell out any games at their arena.
Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I'm pulling it up right now.
No, we sold out. I don't care what anybody says. We were sold out for this game.
I don't care if you were sold out.
The student section was sold out. Yeah, right.
Are we getting to the Ohio State game as well?
Big rivalry game, 100% attendance.
Oh, right. That's because everybody was.
Yes, it was. Look it on the ESPN app. 100% attendance that big one over South Carolina.
I want to see the attendance for the Holy Cross game because that's the equivalent.
I will look at the Holy Cross game. No, that was early season. It's not the equivalent.
Oh.
97%.
That's awful. For a Big Ten team, that's just awful. A team that's number 5 in the nation, awful.
Well, you're a basketball school, so.
Well, let me just say that when you were putting up your banner, there were nobody in the seats to see it. So you can't talk anything about attendance.
Chris, you said during football season you guys were a basketball school now. Okay, you know what? We're a basketball school now. That's enough. Okay. We're not
Ridiculous!
Okay.
Absurd!
Ohio State. What?
Absurd!
What? Absurd.
That Michigan's a basketball school. That's absurd.
They are. Michigan is definitely a basketball
That's
school.
ridiculous. No, Michigan's a women's basketball school. That's what they are.
The Big Ten is a basketball conference.
No, they're a volleyball conference.
I was going to say squash, but...
No!
Okay.
Anyways, what are we talking about next?
They're a water skiing conference!
Ohio State embarrassed by Bucknell. What are your reactions? Yeah, we won. We won, so we're embarrassed. Makes sense.
Well, Michigan was more embarrassing in their loss. Bucknell's actually a good team. So, that's a solid win for Ohio State.
Solid win.
Well, no, did they make the turn? Did Western Michigan make the tournament last year? No. Did Bucknell make the tournament? Yes.
Are two even teams.
No, they're not. No.
Bucknell lost their best player.
Doesn't matter. Did they make the tournament last year? Yes. What a win for Ohio State. Caleb Wesson was great in this game.
What a win for Ohio State. There's a quote. I'm calling that.
The number 1 overall pick, Caleb Wesson, had a big night.
Caleb Wesson him and Nick Ward both suck against teams who have actual bigs.
No, what about Iowa? When Nick Ward went perfect from the field against Tyler Cook in Iowa. He was good against Florida. Nope, Nick Ward's a changed player. He's changed.
Yeah, he lost 500 pounds. My God.
Yeah, he's lost weight. He's lost 50 pounds. He's skinny now.
Well, a win's a win for Ohio State, but it shouldn't have been this close at all.
A win's a win. Bucknell's a lot like the Houston Rockets. They like to take a lot of threes. Okay. They shot 30 threes. Out of their 55 shots, 30 of them were threes.
Reminds me of Lewiston.
They had 40%. So, I mean, the threes were keeping them in it. They were hustling around, making all the hustle plays. We got to rebound a little better, but and turn the ball over a little less. Turnovers weren't that great. Overall, we played pretty well. We shot 48.2%, 40% from three, 72% from the line. That could be better, but other than that, we had 50 assists out of our 27 shots, or made shots, so we had a pretty good game.
Yeah, Dockich coaching him up on the sideline. Great job from Dockich. Well, that was his best coaching game of the year.
Okay. This is embarrassing for Ohio State. Can't play like this against Bucknell.
You can't play. No, you can't play against like this against Western Michigan.
No, Western Michigan's the better basketball team than Bucknell.
Oh yeah, really? That's ridiculous.
Okay. And I want to point out, for a basketball school like Ohio State, this is really embarrassing. The last Big Ten game.
What?
Against Minnesota,
Are you on crack?
62%.
Yeah, that's because they're all celebrating. They're all high. They're all celebrating the wrestling team. They're a wrestling school. Wrestling.
They're too busy trying to buy tickets to the Rose Bowl instead of going to our basketball games. And to think, a football school like Illinois, Michigan, 8% attendance against Eastern Tennessee State. Yeah, well, Michigan's doing neither. Michigan's neither getting ready for the Rose Bowl or going to the basketball game. So actually, we're getting ready for the Peach Bowl. Thank you. And we are going to basketball games. We're 100% yesterday. Against the Peach Bowl, the Peach Bowl, the bowl they introduced to make sure they had 8 games instead of 7. Okay. Are we good here? Okay. Who are your top 5 teams in the Big Ten?
Well,
in order.
Like 5-1 or 1-5.
5-1.
Oh gosh.
5-1 as of right now.
Yeah, I can go first. If you guys want to think. There are 6 teams really that you can choose from.
If you had to go 5-1, Indiana, Wisconsin, Ohio State, Michigan.
No.
That's absurd.
If you remember last year at this time I had Rutgers number 5 in my power rankings. Had Michigan number 9. This year's a little different, but
That's as of right now.
As of right now, I've got a tie between 4 teams at number 5. Iowa, Maryland,
Oh boy!
Minnesota.
Iowa, Maryland, Minnesota, Rutgers, and somebody else. And Penn State, exactly. Penn State is tied for number 5 with their nice loss to NC State today. That's a good loss. Number 4, I've got Wisconsin. Number 3, I've got Michigan. Number 2, I've got Ohio State. Number 1, I've got Michigan State.
Oh my God! That is awful!
No, you can't beat Western by 8 points. You can't do it.
You can be bucked down by 2 points. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, well,
Mike, you can't lose 2 games by the middle of December.
yeah, well, we've actually played real teams, unlike Michigan. played a bunch of fake teams.
You just played Green Bay.
Syracuse just lost to Old Dominion.
Okay. Well, that's a good loss for Ohio State.
Oh, they play good teams, play really good teams. They've not played one ranked team.
They've scheduled the Cleveland Cavaliers. They play South Carolina. They played Purdue out of conference.
Blasphemy.
They played Purdue out of conference. Michigan State.
Awful.
If we played Louisville at home, we would have beat them by 20. Kansas, okay, they're the number one team in the country. We had no chance in that one. But Michigan schedules all the good teams at home, so of course they're going to beat them. And they got lucky. They got lucky against Villanova.
Oh, yeah, they got lucky with a 30-point win?
Yeah, Villanova, a team that just lost 2 in a row.
Oh, they put up a good fight against Kansas, a better fight than you did.
Yeah, they put up a great fight against Pennsylvania, too.
Okay. All right, Luke, what are yours?
I have Indiana number 5, Iowa number 4, Ohio State number 3, Michigan number 2, and Michigan State number 1.
How? Can anybody say this?
That means we'll have a tie for number 1 at the end of this.
It's about talent, not results. All right, then Duke's the national champion in December. And it pisses you off that I say Michigan is not Michigan State. So.
Awful.
Well, if we were going by talent, then I would have to go with Rutgers, but we're not doing talent, are we?
Yeah, I was very tempted by Illinois in my rankings, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go Nebraska at number 5, Wisconsin, Indiana.
What?
Michigan.
You have Indiana ahead of Wisconsin? Are you on crack?
Indiana, I watched them play Butler. I know we should.
Oh, yeah, Butler. Oh, yeah.
Butler's a great team.
Butler's an okay team.
Butler is a great team.
Yeah, they'll be an 8 seed, probably.
Well, they're an 8 seed every year, but it doesn't matter. They're a great team.
That black guy's a pretty good coach. What's his name? Jordan?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
All right, well, this was the worst possible topic I could have put on here.
Well, wait. You didn't even say your top 2. I'm assuming you have Michigan number 2 and Michigan State number 1, right?
No, I said it. Michigan State 2, Michigan 1.
Well, we just beat a 6-win team by 20, and you just beat a 5-win team by 8. So we have to be better.
And you have 2 losses, and we have 0.
Yeah, we've actually played a real schedule. You played like a peewee schedule, so.
That's just ridiculous. If you look at strength of record, Michigan's higher.
Well, if we played Michigan's schedule, we'd be undefeated too. So.
That's just not true. That's just not true.
If we played North Carolina at home, we would have beat them easily.
That's not true.
That is absolutely true.
I'm surprised you're really high in North Carolina because they beat your boys from Gonzaga.
Well, North Carolina's just not a good. North Carolina's good at home. Everybody's good at home, including Michigan. Once they go on the road, they start to suck.
Oh yeah, it's be so low by 30 points.
Well,
Michigan's not as good at home because no one shows up to the game. So it's not really home court advantage.
Oh my God, you guys, that's a stereotype. 100% attendance to that big rivalry game against Western Michigan.
Oh yeah, right.
What?
They're trying to keep their 10 seconds. They're just handing out tickets for free.
I thought all the Michigan students were studying for their finals. Come on, they're the smartest school in the Big Ten. They got to be studying, right? Nope, there were 0 people at the game. I can confirm. Nobody went.
It's such a great fan base outside the university for the basketball team. Those are the only people who were there.
Yeah, every time they try to do a Michigan topic on Detroit Sports Radio, nobody calls in because there's no such thing as a Michigan basketball fan. It's just not a thing.
I'm a Michigan basketball fan first and a Michigan football fan second.
Do you live in Michigan?
It's like a stats book. No one's ever seen it.
Yeah, I mean, how do we know that Michigan basketball isn't fake if nobody's seen it?
All right, that's enough. Okay, moving into our next topic here, we have the Power 7 conferences. The worst program in each of the Power 7 conferences.
Michigan.
We will start with the Pac-12.
Is this like as of right now or historically?
Combined.
Combined?
So this is like the anti-blue blood.
Yeah, exactly. So a team with no tradition, no winning, no nothing.
Yeah.
UCLA.
What did he say?
He said UCLA.
What did you say? Pac-12?
Yeah.
Pac-12. My God.
I'll go. So you got a couple options here. Oregon State, but my man Trez
No, that's not an option.
No, my man Trez Tinkle has taken them out of this conversation.
Yep.
Washington State.
No, that's not an option.
Washington.
Mike Thompson went to Washington State.
Yeah, Brian Leaf went to Washington State.
So did Aaron Baines.
Washington State's an option. UCLA's an option. They haven't done anything over the past couple of years. But I'm gonna have to go with the Cal Golden Bears with a nice loss to Chaminade. They had Jaylen Brown and couldn't even make the tournament. That's how much of a non-blue blood they are.
Wait, Luke, what were you going to say?
There are two choices for the worst, really. You got Stanford and Colorado.
Okay. Colorado has been good.
No, I'm going to go Stanford because they suck every year. That's ridiculous.
I'm with Mike. I'm also going to go with Cal.
No, that's absurd. That's absurd.
They've never been good, and they did have Jaylen Brown was probably the only good player they've ever had.
No, that's true. Jabari Bird. Yeah, there are two choices. Look, you're right about that, but neither of the ones you said. It is Cal and Utah. But Utah. Nope, Utah sucks. I'm going
Utah,
with
Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma. Utah was good for a couple of years. That's ridiculous.
Cal. Give me Cal. Leon Jones with the Cal.
Okay.
Tyrone Bruce went to Cal.
Marshawn Lynch went to Cal.
Yeah. The Big 12.
This is an easy one for me. Easy one. I mean, you have a couple options, but I'm gonna have to go with the University of. No, I'm not gonna go with them. I was gonna go with West Virginia, but just because John Beilein was their coach just makes them the worst. But no, I mean the Big 12's got some good teams. But I gotta go with TCU.
Yeah, I think it's between TCU and Baylor, but
No.
I don't know.
Baylor has every good African player that's ever played.
TCU has not really historically been good, and they've just been good these last couple years. And no one cares about TCU basketball.
TCU doesn't count because they haven't been in the Big 12 long enough.
Oh, now we're gonna play this one now, aren't we? But I was gonna say Rutgers, but I guess that's out too because they haven't been in there long enough.
Correct. Oklahoma State, TCU are the two options. They do have a lot of good teams here. I'm gonna go.
Oklahoma State at Marcus Smart.
Yeah. How dare you go against Marcus Smart?
That had Jason Kidd, who's Hall of Famer. Yeah, I'm taking TCU. All right. Southeastern Conference.
There's a ton in here.
Yeah. You look at South Carolina, no history at all.
No, they're a great team. That's ridiculous.
Georgia, no history at all. Ole Miss, no history at all. I'm gonna roll with Tennessee.
Oh, it's ridiculous. They're
No.
Pretend that statement right now.
What has Tennessee done ever? They got upset last year in the tournament.
Country.
What did they do in the tournament last year? Oh yeah, they lost to Loyola Chicago in the round of 32. They suck.
I'm going to go with Georgia because the best thing Georgia ever did and that SEC short on it was that when you were going to run the SEC tournament. That's how you know they're bad.
I was going to say South Carolina, but they made the Final Four 2 years ago. So I'm going to go with Ole Miss.
Oh, that's
Ole Miss is a good pick.
that's the trendy pick.
No history. Auburn, no history. Arkansas, no history. Ole Miss. Arkansas used to be kind of good. Alabama.
Arkansas had Patrick Beverly.
What?
Arkansas had Patrick Beverly.
I'm going to roll Vanderbilt. Who'd you pick? I'm picking Vanderbilt.
No, that's ridiculous.
What are you talking about?
It's got to be Tennessee. I mean, what has Tennessee ever done?
Oh, all right, that's enough.
No. What have they ever done? Auburn.
The number 3 team in the country.
Auburn had Charles Barkley, so that automatically eliminates them. You look at, I mean, what has Tennessee ever done? They haven't gotten anybody.
Vanderbilt's ever done.
Vanderbilt's better than Tennessee. They're the best team in Tennessee.
Oh, okay, all right, good point.
Right now, they're the best team in Tennessee. I don't buy Tennessee one bit.
All right, okay. All right, we'll move on now. The newest addition to this slide, the Atlantic 10. The worst program in the Atlantic 10. Who you got?
Well, I don't even know every program in here, so.
We can pull a Chris here and not pick.
Is Norfolk State in the Atlantic 10?
No, they're not.
What about Virginia Military Institute?
No, they're not.
What about James Madison?
No, they're not.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Rhode Island on this one. Just no history at all.
Okay.
I'm going to have to go with it's basically between St. Joe's and Fordham.
St. Joe's? You can't say St. Joe's. You can't say a team in your own state.
Okay, the St. Joe's in New York, wherever they are.
Oh, okay. That changes everything.
That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. They're always in contention.
What did he pick?
I'm going to go with LaSalle.
LaSalle.
Good team.
The best team in Philadelphia. LaSalle.
Fordham, because they suck at everything.
Oh, that's absurd!
No.
They needed double OT to beat Maine this year, and they lost. Actually, didn't even beat them.
Don't make fun of Fordham in front of Luke.
That's absurd.
Alright, well, you look at some of these teams here. Fordham is the fakest 8-3 team in the country. They lost!
That's absurd!
They beat Rutgers!
So that means Maine is better than Rutgers.
No, Rutgers is a top 5 team in my power rankings.
Maine would win the Big Ten.
Rutgers.
Yes, Maine will win the Big Ten.
No.
Fordham's going to win the A-10, and I have no bias.
I'm not picking Fordham, though. You look at some other teams here. Kent is a possible candidate.
St. Bonaventure's a candidate, too.
Who?
St. Bonaventure.
No, I was going to say, it's a couple blue bloods here in this conference. You got Davidson, blue blood.
Davidson, that's a good choice, too. Davidson, no history at all.
BCU, blue blood.
Nope, no history. No history there either.
Rhode Island, blue blood. Dayton, blue blood. St. Joe's is almost a blue blood. George Mason is almost a blue blood. St. Bonaventure is a blue blood.
George Mason made a Final Four. They're a blue blood. Are you kidding me?
They might be. They're very close. But I'm going to have to roll Richmond here.
Oh, no way. No way. That's absurd. The spiders will eat you in your sleep.
The Big East.
Villanova.
You stole my pick right there. I was going to take Villanova, but I got it's a tough one. Butler's got no history at all.
Okay.
But Creighton, how did Creighton deserve to get in here? What the heck did they do? How are they in there? Might as well put Oakland in the freaking Big East now. If you're going to put Creighton in.
Creighton's in the tournament every year.
Yeah, they're an 8 seed every year, and they always lose.
Well, Providence sucks.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
Providence sucks. They're awful. But this is a tough one. There are basically every single team in here is just awful. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Providence. They're just no history whatsoever. No history. Them and URI have no history.
You forget that Coach Ed Cooley is the top 5 coach in the country.
Nope. He's not even a top 5 coach in his conference, let alone his country.
I think it's pretty obvious. DePaul sucks.
Oh, come on.
No, they've made one tournament in 13 years.
It's a tough pick, but I'm going to have to go with DePaul.
Ridiculous. Absurd.
It is ridiculous.
I'm going to go with Seton Hall.
Oh, come on.
That's a good pick. Seton Hall lost to Rutgers last year. That's a good pick.
Now, you look at this conference here, they have every single team here is a blue blood, so I refuse to pick this one.
All right. Because you refuse to pick this one, we'll now be doing the West Coast Conference. It was the worst team in the West Coast Conference, ladies and gentlemen.
We're not doing the West Coast Conference.
I'm
moving on.
gonna have to roll. I'm gonna have to roll with the University of Portland Pilots. Who do you guys got?
Who is the worst program in the ACC?
Boston College.
Did you say the M double Mac? I'm gonna have to go with Manhattan.
Okay. The ACC.
LIU Brooklyn.
College.
LIU Brooklyn.
Calm down. Yeah, I'm with Luke, BC.
Oh, come on.
Chris, I'll let you pick.
All right. You could look at Pitt, maybe.
No.
But I'm gonna have to roll with Georgia Tech.
I just want
They had Chris Bosh. What are you talking about?
Georgia Tech has that coach. What's his name? He's nasty. He's like the youngest coach in the Power 8 or whatever. He's nasty.
Power 8.
Yeah, listen, Pitt was great back in the old Big East, so I can't pick them. I got to go down to a team like Duke. I mean, what have they done in the past 3 years to warrant anything? North Carolina, they're definitely on here too. What have they done? Just no NBA talent coming from North Carolina. NC State, they suck. Wake Forest, they suck.
Clemson's pretty bad too.
Clemson, no history there.
Or Syracuse.
But,
Yeah, all right.
yep, Syracuse, 11 seed every year, they suck. Notre Dame, they suck.
They do beat Michigan State every year, but...
No, just once. But, Michigan State sucks too. You look down south, Miami sucks. Well, I'm going to have to roll with Virginia Tech because they suck.
Okay. All right, the Big Ten. Who is the worst program in the Big Ten?
Illinois.
Oh, really? They went to the national championship game.
True. Very true.
That's Illinois.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. They're last in the Big Ten. Penn State has more basketball than Illinois.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. Well, you can't take State Rutgers. They're too new. I'm gonna have to go with Penn State. Good pick.
Nope, you can't take Penn State. They haven't been in here long enough. They've only been in here since the 1990s, so they haven't been here long enough. I refuse. Yeah, I'm not.
I've been here since the 1990s.
What? Well, Penn State is bad. You know they're bad when they think Pat Chambers is a good coach and he has a career below 500 record at Penn State. You know they're a bad program, but gonna have to roll with a team that's been in the Big Ten for a long time. I'm gonna have to go with Michigan. I mean, they've got vacated wins. They were terrible in the 2000s. That one national championship they had was a fluke. Man, the Fab Five just made them automatically the worst program in the Big Ten.
Okay, a couple possibilities here. As you guys said, Penn State possibility, Iowa's a possibility.
No! Ridiculous.
But I'm going to go with Northwestern.
Oh, no!
I mean, it's tournament once in their history.
Ridiculous! Absurd!
What not?
Absurd! Michigan has way less history than Northwestern.
Okay.
Northwestern almost beat Gonzaga. Michigan never beat Gonzaga.
Okay.
Okay, that just proves that Northwestern's a better program.
Okay. All right.
No, wait, no. Northwestern hasn't been in the Big Ten long enough. We can't count them.
Well, I'm going with Iowa.
Oh, ridiculous. They have the first team all white every single year.
Okay, so let's move on to the pick. We have 13 picks this week because they're all massive games that are must pick.
There's one on here that we should not be picking.
That's true. Big week for all of us. All of us went 10-2. Luke went 9-3.
Yep.
Mike and Alex still tied at the top. Luke 3 games back, and I'm sitting 11 games
Yep.
back.
Chris is only combined 35 games back in both podcasts now.
Chris is gonna go like 35 for 35 in bowl games,
And still be 10 games back.
Okay, let's move into the first pick. We have, oh boy, Youngstown State.
Oh, what a game. What a game. Listen, Bo Pelini, former Nebraska football coach, went to Youngstown State. He's now their football coach, but he doesn't coach basketball. I'm going to take Ohio State.
Yes, Ohio State.
The Penguins are going to try to thaw the Buckeyes. They're going to try to freeze the Buckeyes, but the Buckeyes are going to thaw the Penguins and win this game.
Aren't penguins like warm-blooded? That doesn't even make sense.
They live in the cold.
Okay, then.
All right, here's an actual good game. We have a couple good teams here.
Oh, you're not going to pick it, Chris? You're not going to pick this game?
Oh, I'm sorry, Ohio State. Buffalo at Syracuse. Big game. What do you got?
Syracuse.
Chris is gonna love me for this pick, but I'm gonna pick Buffalo.
Oh, surprising.
It's at the Carrier Dome.
Syracuse just lost to Old Dominion.
Doesn't matter.
They'll be ready. They'll be ready for Buffalo.
No, Buffalo's gonna have their statement win.
They had their statement win earlier. They beat Illinois State.
I'm going to take Buffalo. Wow. Yeah, I'm going with Syracuse. They did have a tough loss to a good Old Dominion team, but, they're going to make the Final Four. They're going to bounce back, and they're going to beat Buffalo.
I hope they don't turn. I hope they.
Aside from Old Dominion.
And you know what the funny part is? Virginia Tech lost to Old Dominion, and they turned into the Syracuse of college football. Yeah, that's the funny part. They went 5. What did they go 6-6? Basically the equivalent of what Syracuse does every year.
Syracuse will make the Final Four. We all know that. It's just become a given at this point.
They might make the Final Four of the bottom of the ACC, maybe.
I was gonna say Final Four at the MIT, but. Or the MIT, but.
That's a stretch. That's a stretch.
All right. Another big game here. Auburn at NC State.
Yep, Auburn almost lost to Alabama Birmingham. I'm going to take NC State.
Yes, I will also take NC State because I don't think Auburn's that good. I'm going to take Auburn.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going with Auburn too. And you guys know why?
Because they have sanctions coming in the future.
No.
Actually, we can't. Actually, it doesn't matter because whoever picks Auburn automatically loses because this game will be vacated in a couple of years. We'll have to change the picks when that happens.
Oh yeah, I'll go back and do that.
Yeah.
As Mike said, you got to pick the home team. So.
Okay.
Are you gonna say why you picked Auburn or just say okay?
Yeah.
No, it said NC State.
Because I'm the Jared Stidham effect.
Okay.
Jared Stidham. Go Tigers.
Okay then.
You might as well chant, we want average. You might as well chant, we want average every time you say that.
Nope, he's the next Patriots quarterback.
That's just false.
All right, next game here, our game of the week. Texas Tech at Duke.
Now this is BS. Duke doesn't have the balls to schedule Texas Tech on the road. They have to play them at home. It's BS. Everybody knows if Duke played this game on the road, they get spanked. But because they're at home, they'll win easily. Duke.
Duke, because they're at home and they're much better.
Texas Tech. If the guns up.
Are you actually?
Yeah, Texas Tech is good. All right. Yeah, I agree with everything that Mike said. Duke doesn't have the ball to schedule the team on the road, but I'll pick Duke.
Shout out to Graham Couch, who didn't have Duke in his top 25.
All right, we move on here. Interesting. A new logo for Michigan State here. This will be what Mike claims is a rivalry game. Oakland at Michigan
Let's go,
State.
baby! Big game! At the Breslin. People will be ready. Guaranteed 100% attendance. Because when those dreaded Golden Grizzlies come in town, everybody gets up and ready for the biggest rivalry in college basketball. The Oakland Grizzlies against the Michigan State Spartans. Cassius Winston will show up. Oakland's a good team. They almost beat Butler. But I'm going to have to go with Michigan State. With a rivalry, Tom Izzo will get the team ready. Give me Michigan State!
Michigan State, because Oakland sucks.
I'm going to take Michigan State.
If it was at Oakland, I might reconsider.
Okay. Because on the ball, it's a little away game against Oakland.
Nope, the series goes back and forth. Last year we played at Oakland. No, this year we played at Michigan State. It goes back and forth.
Little Caesars Arena last year, neutral site.
Well, guess where the University of Oakland is located? Detroit, Michigan. Detroit, Michigan.
The crowd was going to get
the ball, schedule them on the road.
Oh yeah. Nope, it goes back and forth. It's a home-and-home series between two great rivals.
So when we're talking about this, next week we will see Michigan State's new logo. Next week.
Oh yeah. Big game. I can't wait for this game. I am petitioning to put this game, change it from BTN to Fox. Prime time. Everybody would watch. It's BS that it's on BTN. Makes no sense.
All right. We know Alex will be picking. I know Alex picked here. Already have it penciled in. Furman at LSU.
Oh. Didn't LSU just beat Oregon State on the road? I think so. They did blow a big lead against Houston, but they're at home. I'm going to take LSU.
Luke?
You are not taking Furman.
I am also taking Furman.
Oh, God!
Wait. Luke just went against Joe Burrow? Are you kidding me?
I know there's no such thing as a Joe Burrow effect, because that's just this. Basketball and football do not like
There's a short-term effect that exists.
And it does.
I'm pretty sure you picked LSU last week because of the Joe Burrow effect, but whatever.
It's not.
Okay.
I'll have to get that quote for next time. Yeah, I'm going with LSU because Furman is very overrated. They just haven't played anybody. So give me LSU.
Oh, they beat Villanova. Villanova is a terrible team, though. So you're right about that.
It was a fluke game. We all know it was a fluke. All right. I also have Alex's pick pencils in for this one. Buffalo at Marquette.
Buffalo.
Yep. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Buffalo.
You know what? Because Chris is so far behind the standings, I gotta take Buffalo.
Wow. This is awful. Awful.
Yes.
Awful. Marquette is, first of all, they're at home. Second of all, they have might be the best player in the country, Marcus Howard.
Okay. Okay then. Okay.
Ridiculous. I'm taking Marquette in a blowout.
Nope.
Marquette is a Final Four caliber team.
So Buffalo plays the two most overrated.
They're not even the best team in their state. What are you talking about?
Yep.
Yeah, they are.
Yep. Green Bay's better. You're right. Listen,
Okay.
Buffalo plays the two most overrated teams in the country on back-to-back games.
Yeah, they're gonna lose both of them.
Nope, they'll beat Marquette.
No, they won't. Marquette's nasty.
Okay.
They're Final Four caliber.
Hey, props to Buffalo for actually scheduling real teams and Nevada not scheduling anybody. So, props to Buffalo.
Arizona State team.
I don't care. Arizona State's not an elite team. We know Nevada's a good team, but we're not going to know if they're an elite team until they actually play an elite team. So how about they have the balls to step up to the table and schedule an elite team? Like the University of Buffalo.
Okay. Two blue bloods matching up here. UConn at Villanova.
Oh gosh.
Preston's going to take UConn.
No, I'm not taking UConn.
I'm going to take Villanova. Let's see. Is Villanova back? That's the question.
No.
Dude, they did not look terrible against Kansas.
Yeah, well, New Mexico State didn't look terrible against Kansas either, so.
Oh, so you're saying Kansas is overrated?
No, I'm saying no.
New Mexico State is Jaquan Lyle. I'm going to take Villanova.
All right then. Dan Hurley will have the Huskies ready. This is a tough one. It'll go down to the wire, and UConn will lose at the buzzer. Buzzer beater, full court shot by Eric Paschal. Villanova wins.
It's going to be a close one. UConn's a very good basketball team. Definitely a tournament team. But I'm going to go Villanova because Michigan plays them. Okay.
This is why you suck at picks, because you pick the games based on how it makes Michigan look better, not based on who you think is actually going to win.
No, that's not true.
Nevada's playing Illinois. I got to take the Power 5 team.
You guys remember last week when we picked Virginia Tech Washington? You guys all picked Washington, and I said this is a game that I make up in the standings.
Yeah, you're still 11 games back. I wouldn't be talking about making up games.
First of all, that happened. Second of all, this Buffalo-Marquette game is going to be that game this week.
Okay, first of all, you're combined 35 games back. I would not be talking about your picks at all until you actually make up some ground.
You made back a game. You just made back one less game you're going to lose, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, we're waiting for the stupid pick, so.
Here we go. Big game. Big game. St. Louis at Florida State.
This is such a big game. It's on FS2. That's how big of a game it is.
My boy Leonard Hamilton, I'm not picking against him. I'm going with Florida State.
Yeah. I'm going to go Florida State because this game shouldn't even be on here. I know Chris is going to take St. Louis because I'm sure that's why he has this game on here.
Yeah, I'm going to take Florida State as well.
Only two teams, two good teams. Florida State, I know this game is in Tallahassee, but that actually gives the advantage to St. Louis because there'll be more St. Louis fans there.
Are you on crack?
There'll be about 10 people there for Florida State doing the chop.
Yeah.
And everybody else will be there for St. Louis. It's a tough pick for me. This is my upset of the week. Give me St. Louis!
Yeah, this is the only...
Chris, remember the Buffalo Marquette, how you said we're all going to lose again?
Well, this is a big one.
Now you just evened it out because now you said it's a good thing.
St. Louis is a good team.
Who did they just lose to? They lost to somebody.
They lost to St. John's.
St. John's is 10-0.
St. John's is the most overrated team in the history of NCAA basketball. It is not even close.
They're not ranked.
Yeah, they have played. I'm pretty sure the teams they played have a combined 4 wins on the season.
They're a good team. They have one of the better players in the country. They should be ranked.
Pretty sure St. Louis plays Maine. I'm pretty sure St. John's plays Maine later this year.
Okay. So we go. These next two games are part of the CBS Sports Classic.
Oh yeah. Oh, of course.
UCLA and actually not the next two games, but 2 of the next 3 games. We'll start with UCLA and Ohio State.
I refuse to pick UCLA, so I'm picking Ohio State.
I'm taking Ohio State.
Okay, so UCLA.
I'm gonna pick UCLA.
UCLA just lost to a tough Belmont team. Ohio State almost lost to Bucknell. I'm going to pull a Chris strategy here, and I'm going to take UCLA because it makes Michigan State look better.
Okay, yeah, I'm going with UCLA too. They should have more talent.
Is this a neutral site game?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm taking UCLA.
UCLA. It's just a better pick here. Ohio State, after that, how bad they look against Bucknell. You got to go with UCLA. All right, big game. Air Force at Michigan.
Michigan.
Air Force is going to be flying high coming into Michigan. I'm going to take the Wolverines.
This is my upset of the week.
No, you're not.
Michigan. Michigan wins. They're underdogs in this game.
Okay. Yeah, Air Force is a very good basketball team. No, they're not. It's going to be a good game.
Any team that can field a basketball team is a good team to Chris.
No. Any team that fields a basketball team and plays Michigan is a good team.
That's right.
Is SMCC a good team, Chris?
Well, if they play Michigan, they are. Okay. Big game here. We got Kentucky and North Carolina.
North Carolina in a blowout.
What is it? Kentucky and UNC?
Yeah.
UNC.
Where's the game being played? Neutral. That means I'm going to take UNC. Yeah, I'm taking UNC too. It's a better team, and Kentucky has their early season struggles.
So that means Kentucky's going to win 100% now because we all picked North Carolina.
Okay. And our final game on this slate will be Kansas at Arizona State.
You were ripping Arizona State, Mike.
Kansas.
I don't think that's their chance.
Yeah, Luke Janet.
Maybe Kansas.
Yep, Arizona State is good, but Kansas is better. So that's enough.
Play for Kansas. They're the best basketball team team and win this game in a blowout.
Who are you taking?
Kansas.
Okay.
Okay, that is going to do it for the podcast. Back soon with the football podcast.